Hello beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be talking about the best eye pencils, eyeliner that I discovered in the year 2020. Now we all know that it wasn't about makeup this year, but it was also about the eye makeup, because when you were masking it with the face mask, I think the eyes were talking a lot more. I have done a part 1 series of the darkest, blackest, creamiest eye pencil video, which did really well. And over here, majority of it are available in India. Now when it comes to colored eye pencils, I did not venture too much into colored eye pencils, to be honest. I still stuck on to my blue and browns. For me, I don't know, I always gravitate towards those colors because the rest of the colors is very holiday friendly and we always stuck at home. So please keep your notepad ready and remember that it's all subjective. This is my opinion on what works for me. I've got a waterline that eats up Kajal, okay, and I've got sensitive eyes for some strange reason. My eyes water a lot, so I'm going to take you through some of my favorites, and then towards the end of the dark eye pencils, Kajals, I will tell you which one lasted a long time for me. So let's start. The first one is just basically a suggestion for people who have got sensitive eyes. This is from Sultry and this is their Ayurvedic Kajal. So if you saw my Forest Essential video, you would know that why those didn't make it to the list out here despite being Ayurvedic Kajal. But this one from Sultry, the Ayurvedic Kajal, is much better than the Forest Essential and it goes on very easily on your waterline at the same time. This has got its pigments, it's definitely creamy, easier to apply on the waterline, doesn't have a long lasting effect for sure. I would say about 2 hours, 2.5 hours max, okay, even then you're getting lucky. But what I like about this is that it just doesn't sting the eyes, okay, and it does give that darkness to it at the same time. It's not as intense, but because of the ingredients being really nice, I just love everything about it. The packaging, it just works for me. The second one is also great for sensitive eyes, and this is something that my mother has loved. So if you've got young children 13 and above, or you've got someone who still loves to wear kajal 60 and above, and as you get older your eyes tends to become a lot more sensitive, you're looking out for a very good natural eye pencil, then Ruby's Organic is the one. Now this eye pencil, again, it's not long lasting, it's just going to fade away after 2 hours, very much like the Sultry one. In fact, this lasts a little longer than the Sultry, so I would give about 2.5 to 3 hours, and it is a lot more intense. I'm talking about the pigment wise is a lot more intense than the Sultry one, but it doesn't sting the eyes. In fact, I have been using this a lot because now my eyes are getting a little more sensitive towards Kajal. The next one is Nyb. This is the big apple of my eye. This is a retractable eye pencil just like the Ruby's Organic, and I just wish in the year 2020 we won't have too many retractable eye pencils in the market, okay, because we all know that once this is over, this is going straight to the waste, okay, it's like just increasing landfill basically. So I prefer the ones that you can sharpen, to be honest. But saying that, this is quite pigmented, it's extremely creamy to a point that it crumbles, okay, so that's what you have to keep in mind. It is very affordable, it has a lasting power for around 3.5 hours to 4 hours. For the price that you're paying, that is not at all bad, and it is dark, it has got pigments, all right. Like I said, the only minus point to it is that you will see it breaking, it starts to crumble, but once it hits the waterline, it kind of like warms up and it brings out that intensity and that creaminess, and it's a beautiful eye pencil for an affordable price. This is something that you can get from purple.com. That's where you get Nyb, I suppose. Now the third one, sorry, I've got my book right here so I don't even miss any of the points. The third one is LA Girl Glide Gel Eyeliner. This eyeliner has got that same effect of that gel eyeliner type, so that's why it's called a gel eye pencil. It's so beautifully black and pigmented, and it lasts for a decent amount of time because it takes a while to get solid, but once it gets solid on your waterline, or if you want to draw a wing as well, you can get a proper intense wing with this. It's creamy, it's pigmented, and it has a good lasting power for around 4 to 5 hours, and I have been enjoying this a lot. So this one is available at NIKKA, and then you get another one in this website called Hockey Mocky, some noodles name, okay. So if I find that website, I should just insert it out here because mom brain, you know, so I'm all over the place. Now let's move on to the next one, and that is Ashambo Extreme Eyes. Oh my lord, we all love Ashambo Cosmetics, not spoken about a lot more. It's like a forgotten, taken for granted cosmetic brand which a lot of people need to talk about. But this Ashambo Eye Pencil, my lord, it is extremely creamy. It glides on without any tugging. It's just a dream to work with. You know, the way it glides onto your waterline, giving you that super pigmented intensity, okay? So you want to draw your winged liner with this as well, or on your waterline, go for it. But there is a negative to this. It takes a while to set, and it has a lasting power for around 4 hours max, okay? But it's not bad, because if you're going out for a party and if you can just set it with a black eyeshadow or just, you know, with a loose powder, then it is not going to spread as much, it's not going to bleed as much, and it's going to last you. What happens with a lot of dark, intense, highly pigmented eye pencils is that it does have a tendency of just making your eyes water, but this did. All right, so I love this. It's just that it takes a while to set. Now let's move on to the master of all makeup artists, Mario. Makeup by Mario. You guys know who it is. It's Kim Kardashian's makeup artist. Forget Kim Kardashian. He has worked with every Hollywood actor out there. I'm a huge fan of his work. And when he created his own makeup line, I just knew that, you know, he's going to have a few stellar products, okay? And this eye pencil did not disappoint. Now what I love about this eye pencil is, on the one side you get this very tiny fan brush kind of a thing, but it's not as thin as a fan brush. There's a thickness to it, so it gets really easy for you to blend that lower lash line, you know, as soon as you apply that. Because when you apply this kajal, it gives you about a minute for you to play along with it, and you can just smudge it off, or if you apply this on your, you know, as your winged liner, you can extend it with that beautiful brush. It's very, very easy. But let's talk about the performance of the kajal, and my lord, is this intense, okay? This is creamy, pitch black, dark, intense goodness that goes easily on your waterline without any tugging, and once it sets, okay, it is not going to budge. This just stays put, and it is as intense as the Ashambo, okay? As you can see, the Ashambo and the Mario one, it's got that same pitch black intensity, but this has a lasting power for around 5 to 6 hours. It's beautiful. But I have thoroughly enjoyed Mario's eye pencils, okay? He has done an incredible job. Now the next one is Sugar Cosmetics. Again, Sugar does know how to make really good eye pencils and good eyeliners, but this one again, Sugar Cosmetics, this has made it to the list. This is also very, very creamy. Though the Mario eye pencil is a tad bit darker than this one, this is also richly pigmented. It's quite lush, goes onto your waterline really easy without tugging. It's got that right pigmentation, but it does have a tendency of smudging after about 3 hours. That's what I have noticed. But the intensity of this it just makes me so happy. Like, if you set it with a loose powder or with a black eyeshadow, this is going to work for you. It's a beautiful eye pencil. Again, doesn't sting the eye, including Mario, though it is really intense. Very good for my sensitive eyes, so I'm assuming that it is good for sensitive eyes. I have been really enjoying this. It's a dark eye pencil, does the trick. Alright, so let's move on to NIKKA Beautiful Eye Pencil. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying this, but when it comes to NIKKA's own brand of eye pencils and lipsticks, they do a pretty decent job. You guys know that the I Am Bold Chubby one is another favorite of mine, but that has a tendency of stinging the eyes, and that is richly pigmented. That also came in my last year's top video, but this one is as intense as that. It's extremely creamy, very rich and pigmented. This whole year, every time I tested out our eye pencil, I wrote down the wear time, okay? So the NIKKA I Am Black gives you a proper 5 hours, 5.5 hours almost. It stayed on my waterline beautifully, and then it smudged a little bit. It's only because I've got that watery waterline, but it has lasted me for a decent amount of time. And you will see towards the end when I apply a micellar water which one lasted a lot more. We'll get into that, but this is a beautiful eye pencil. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. This is Amsterdam Tulipia Black Blooms Kajal. Now this is also extremely intense. In fact, in its darkness and its pigmentation, it reminds me so much of the NIKKA I Am Bold, which I just showed you, and as you can see, it almost has that same black pigmentation, but this crumbles, this breaks. That's the minus point to it, but it is extremely affordable, guys, and in the affordability department, this really performs very, very well. This is not as long lasting as the NIKKA one. I would give this around 4 hours, I suppose, but the intensity of this is so beautiful, and when you draw a winged eyeliner with this, it just makes it so nice and rich. It's as if you've applied a liquid eyeliner. It's beautiful. So I would suggest to put these crumbly, the one that is from the Nyb as well as this one, in the fridge so that it solidifies a lot more, and then before applying on your eyelids, just warm it up slightly on the back of your hand and apply on the waterline, and you will see that rich pigmentation. Okay, so another very good eye pencil. So we're getting close to the finishing point, and let's go over to good old Lakme. This is the Lakme iconic eye pencil. I mean, come on, it just doesn't get better than this. This is very, very affordable. This is also very pigmented. It has a very good lasting, a long wear time. Just make sure that you buy from an authentic dealer, because there are many fake ones out here in the market. I know many small shops out here in Kerala sells the fake one. Okay, so you can definitely check out how to suss out the fake ones as well as the real one. I would say just buy it from the Lakme counter or buy it from the website itself. And this is also as intense as the I Am Amsterdam, but it performs much better. It's a lot more pigmented, a lot more darker, lasts for a very good time. It's a very, very good affordable eye pencil from Lakme. Okay, of all the Lakme Kajals, I have really gone back to this time and again, and I've enjoyed this, and it had to make it to the list. The second one has made it to the list again, second time in a year, actually third time in a year. I was the first one to talk about this. I think I'm the only one who talks about this in the makeup space out here in India. This is the Miss and Mrs. Kajal. Sorry you guys, it had to make it to the list again, because this is the most pigmented, creamiest, darkest eye pencil that gives you a long wear finish for about 6 to 7 hours. It is so intense that it has a tendency, I don't think this is great for sensitive eyes, because I know so many of my family members who love this. They tend to have their waterline a little watery when they use this. This takes about a minute or two for it to set, but once it sets, it's not going to budge anywhere. And when you apply this like your winged eyeliner, it is like applying a gel eyeliner, like an Inglot gel. I call it Inglot gel in an eye pencil form. This is now easily available in India. You can use my discount code because it is only available in a website called makeupempire.in. Most of you who went and bought this, ever since my last video when I spoke about this even crossed my love for Urban Decay. Okay, that's how intense this is, and a lot of you went and bought this, and many of you have not tried any other eye pencil since you discovered this. In fact, when you have this and when you fall in love with it, when it doesn't, if your eyes is used to it and it's not sensitive, that is, when you fall in love with it, every other eye pencil you'll be comparing it to this one. Okay, any other eye pencil you'll be like, nah, it's not as rich as this, it's not as pigmented as this. Okay, and it's just something that is going to happen to you, so be prepared. It's a beautiful eye pencil. I hope they have it in stock, because after my last video, I think a couple of months, I did apply this for a tutorial and it got sold out. So I just hope that they have it in stock, and if they do, grab it. Okay, and the last one is another eye pencil that is pitch black. It's not as creamy, it has a tendency of tugging the eyes, I have to say, but again, something that when you warm up and then you apply, like warm up as in you warm it up on the back of your hand and then apply on the waterline, it goes with a lot more ease. But oh boy, is it richly pigmented. It is intense. Okay, it is another long lasting eye pencil, and that is Plum Goodness Nature Studio. This is everyone's favorite out here. Again, quite affordable. It's a vegan brand. It's such a lovely eye pencil and great for sensitive eyes. Okay, so this has got the richness and the darkness, but maybe it might make your sensitive eyes water a little bit. This has got that intensity. Once you warm it up and make it creamy and it gives you that playtime, it settles down. It's not going to budge anywhere, and it's also going to not harm your sensitive eyes. Not harm in the sense it's not going to make it watery. So this had to make it to the list, you guys. So those are my top eye pencils. Now I'm going to show you each eye pencil that is on my hand right now. As you can see, the Ruby's Organic, the first one, smudged away. So let's forget about the Ruby's Organic because that's great for sensitive eyes. But when you see Miss and Mrs., Plum, NIKKA I Am Bold, Mario, and Ashambo and Lakme is the most intense richly pigmented kajals that, you know, it looks also richly pigmented on my arms. But after smudging, you will see that the LA Girl Glide stayed, Mario's kajal stayed, Lakme stayed, Miss and Mrs. stayed, Plum Goodness also stayed. And here you can see me doing it after a micellar water. I took a little bit of micellar water and I tried to clean it up, and what really remained still despite a micellar water was Mario's kajal, Lakme, Miss and Mrs. and Plum. Okay, so I would say that these in the long lasting department came in the top 5. So those are my top dark kajal pencils of 2020. Alright, let's discuss eyeliners right now. The first one that I want to speak about are these 2 gel pots. That is from Inglot number 77. Again, 2 years or 4 years, oh my god, 4 years in a row, this has again made it to the list. It is the most beautiful gel eyeliner, richly pigmented, matte as hell. Oh my god, this is so matte. As you can see, it is so rich. Okay, every time I apply this, there's not one person who has not asked me what I'm wearing on my eyelids, because it's enough. It just steals the show. So if it dries up, the Duraline is your best friend. I love it, and it lasts for a very long time. In fact, you require an oil cleansing gel, a cleansing balm to remove this. So the second one that if you're on a budget and you're looking out for, because for me it's an affordable one, anyone outside UK, you know, Inglot number 77 is an affordable one, but obviously here due to tax reasons it goes above 1,000 budget. But if you are on a budget, you're looking out for a cruelty free one, because I know Maybelline is somewhat next to this, but because Maybelline is not cruelty free, I have also enjoyed the NIKKA gel. This is their first launch, not the newly formulated NIKKA gel one, which I know my sister was saying that it spreads all over. I do not like the brush also, you know, that very plasticky cartridge kind of a brush that they sell with this. So I have really enjoyed the NIKKA one. It gives you that intensity. It's not as pitch black as the Inglot one, I have to say, but it doesn't dry up as quickly as the Inglot one, strangely. Okay, Inglot really dries up. That's the minus part to an Inglot number 77. This doesn't dry up. It does have that creaminess, goes really easy if you get the right brush, that is, and it has got that richness, that black intensity. It takes a while to settle, okay, not like the Inglot one. Inglot one settles immediately. This takes a while, so don't play around with your eyes when you apply this, because you will see that it tends to come all over here, but once it sets, it's not going to budge anywhere. So like I said, if you're on a budget, this is a lovely gel pot, and it's cruelty free at the same time. The next one I want to talk about is the Love Lust Disco Epic Ink Liner from NYX Cosmetics. NYX Epic Ink Liner is anyway one of my favorite eyeliner. It is so beautiful, and what I like about eyeliners like this is that little, I don't know what it's called. It's like, you know, when you shake it, you hear that noise. It just makes sure that your eyeliner doesn't dry up, okay? It's dispensing the right amount to the tip, okay? That's why I usually go for something like this. This is from the new launch, the Disco Collection. I just feel it is Epic Ink with a new outfit, okay? Epic Ink just decided to go for New Year and decided to dress up, and that's what it is. They fooled me, you guys. So it is basically Epic Ink itself with a new body. It's just that it's got this golden disco and all that stuff, but it performs the same way. It is richly pigmented, beautifully matte. It's got not like matte, there's a slight, very 0.5% sheen to it, but it is beautifully black and intense, and it lasts for a very long time. So if you can't get your hands on this, and this is slightly, I think this is the same price as the Epic Ink. If you can't get your hands on this, because I feel this is a limited edition, if you can't, go for the Epic Ink Liner. It works the same. They just fooled me. That's it, okay? I like the tip applicator of this as well. It's that very soft brush applicator, which makes it easier for you to draw that intense line. Beautiful, beautiful eyeliner. The next one comes from SQ, okay? This is the Stay Quirky Liquid Eyeliner in Eye Enigma. This, look at the felt tip of this. It is so thin and so pointy that for you to get that winged eyeliner, it's a lot easier. And it doesn't have that little thing, that little bally cartridge thing that an Epic ink does, so it will dry out easily, but it is extremely affordable. Again, matte, rich black, it's beautiful. In fact, this is, I'll show you an international dupe of this, which again came to the list, and that is from Mario, by the way. This reminds me so much of the Mario eyeliner for half. I mean, hardly, you can't even compare the price over here. This is super affordable. It is beautiful, it does the trick, you know, it just gives you a thin eyeliner, thick eyeliner, something that is very friendly for beginners. The one that is closer to that and the international one is the Mario's eyeliner. This is the Mario's eyeliner. The difference between the two, as you can see, the felt tip is the same. It is that thin, pointy, long felt tip, which just gives you a proper precision when you want to, get that really the sharpest of sharp eyeliner. Okay, and size-wise also it's the same body. I don't know, it's like as if it came out of the same factory, and it's just got white body and this has got a gray one. The slight difference between the two is that this dries up very quickly. This takes about 5 minutes, and Mario said that he did this purposely. He has given playtime for this eyeliner for you to play around with. In case you make a mistake, it won't dry down. You can correct it, and after 5 minutes, after it sets, it's not going to budge, and he was right. But the intensity, the pigmentation, everything is the same. So this is a great dupe, you guys, of the Mario one. I'm talking of the Stay Quirky one. Again, both of them don't have that little thing that you can shake and dispense the liquid, so it could dry up. So I would say that this is worth the money, isn't it? Because just imagine something expensive drying up, it's really going to hurt me. But a beautiful eyeliner, though I have to give Mario that long wear edge. Okay, this does last a little while more than the Stay Quirky one for obvious reasons. The next one that made it to the list is from Cuffs and Lashes. In fact, both of Cuffs and Lashes eyeliners have made it to the list. So this one is the Cuffs and Lashes super affordable eyeliners. It is matte, it is really dark and intense. You have to go on 2 times with these eyeliners to get its rich pigmentation, okay? But once you do, and once it dries down and you go on with it the second time, you're going to get a really decent eyeliner that is going to last for a very good time, and at the same time it just is intense. I have really enjoyed this one in particular. This is Pitch. The next one is the ColourPop one. This is so beautiful, you guys. This particular shade in pink. Of all the colors that I have, I do like the orange one, but more than the orange one, I find the pink a lot more vibrant. It's this shocking neon pink. So if you're into neon colors, these ColourPops are the ones for you. There are few that goes patchy. They're not the best pigmented eyeliners I have come across. I've come across better, but for the price that you're paying, especially this one, everything else has a tendency of just fading away after about an hour or two. But with this one, I notice it's vibrant, it stays on the eyelids, and it's really good. And just keep this in mind that this pink one does stain your eyes as well. So when you remove it, you will see that little pinkish coloring to it, which will go when you double cleanse. But I just want you to keep that in mind, and I have really enjoyed this pink in particular. So they did a pretty good job out there. The last 2 liquid eyeliner, this is also the eyeliner from Nyb. The only liquid eyeliner, to be honest, that I have gravitated towards, I'm talking about in a bottle. I have not applied any other liquid eyeliner ever since I discovered this. The brush applicator is not my favorite. It is extremely affordable. It is a pitch matte eyeliner, okay? For its price point, this has to be an incredible eyeliner. So many of you went and bought this. You have enjoyed this. Thank you so much for trusting me in this. This is beautiful. I will be stocking up on this definitely when I go back. If you can get another eyeliner brush to go with this, then you're going to get the best eyeliner result. It has a decent staying power. It's not going to last you for a very long time, but I would give it about 4 to 5 hours, which is good enough for me, to be honest. It goes off easily. It's not waterproof. It comes off easily, and I absolutely love it. Affordable, matte, intense black. It checks all the points, okay? And the last one is a find that all of you had asked me to pick this one up, and this is the Lakme Insta Liner, okay, and I have fallen in love with it. It is such a beautiful blue color. It's so vibrant. Every time I want to add a little pop of color on my waterline as well as on my lash line, like as in the winged liner, I have been reaching out for this. This is also spoken by blogger Shalini Kuti, you know, someone who I really adore. So she talks about this eyeliner a lot of times, but I did discover this before I discovered her, to be honest, and that was only thanks to you. So I am assuming that all of you heard her and, you know, recommended this one to me. So nevertheless, thank you to Shalini and to all of you for helping me discover this one from Lakme. It is fantastic, okay? So I hope you have enjoyed watching this video, the best of 2020 kajals, eyeliner. Please stay tuned for makeup, skincare, body care, hair care. I'm trying to finish and wrap this up before Christmas. To the best of my ability, you guys, I have been suffering from extreme migraines this last 1 week. That has slowed down my work. Do forgive me for that, and I shall try to get back into action, okay? So I hope you have watched my previous videos, and I shall see you in my next. I love you so much. Bye for now.